All right, everybody, welcome back for another episode of Huntsman Gaming. This is Viking Farms, and this is the last of our animal guide videos. Saved one of the better for last. Today, we are doing cows and buffalo. So, again, we're going to talk about what you can do with them, what they eat, um, what other products they need to produce the items that they can make and what we can do with those items. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. Okay, so I think we're just going to go ahead and put our cow pasture up here. So if we come down to cows, let's see, which one do we, oh, there we go. Which one do we want? I think we want the one that's 93 because that's the one you can customize the fence. I think this is the one that comes in the game. I believe this is a mod. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna go with this one. Okay, so as you can see, it has 93 capacity before we place it. So if we go ahead and place it, and then let's go ahead and customize the fence. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and plant the meadow. Okay, so this is the one with the feeding robot. Okay, so um, this is the one that automatically mixes the feed for you and feeds based on a schedule. So if we open these up, open this up here. So this is your animal point here. So if you come into this, this is where you can buy and sell your animals. So there's a couple different varieties of cows. So depending on what you want to do, if you're wanting to just use cows for milk, you want to stick to the dairy cows like your brown Swiss and your Holstein. If you want to stick to just actually like producing cattle, growing cattle, and then selling them, that'll be like your Angus and like your limousine. And then a new addition to FS25 are water buffalo, which you can get buffalo's milk out of. So I typically stick to the dairy side of things. But you can have the Angus and the Limousin if you want to produce them for meat, so to speak. But I'm just going to focus on the milk. So if we just go ahead and we'll just buy 10 of these, and these actually come in three different age groups. As you can see, the gestation period on a cow is 10 months and puberty is 18 months. So, and then if we come down to water buffalo, it is the same, 10 and 18. So, all right. So, if we come out here, take a look at the cows and the water buffalo. Yeah, they look pretty good. So, okay, let's go ahead and talk about what you feed cows and water buffalo. So, in these cow pens that have the feeding robots, so this is where you dump the feed. So, if we go into our help menu and scroll on down to our cows, so they eat grass, hay, and TMR, which is total mixed ration. Um, so the total mixed ration is actually a combination of hay, straw, and silage. So if we come into our animal menu here, so TMR by itself, if you get the total mixed ration, it will account for 100% of the effectiveness for cattle and water buffalo. Okay. So if you're feeding total mixed ration or you're letting robot make it and feed total mixed ration, you will get 100% of the effectiveness out of the food for the animals. So their health will go all the way up. So to do this, if we hop in the tractor, we actually have some straw in here already. So we'll drive over. And that right there is why I said that you want to level out your areas when you're driving in and out. But yeah, you can go ahead. So in this bunker right here, this is the straw. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that up. And then I'm also going to drive around to the side here, and because cows and water buffalo are another animal that require straw as bedding. So this will make them produce the slurry. So we'll go ahead and top off their straw inside the cow pen. As you can see, it's filling up there. Then we'll come back out and then we'll fill up the silage and the hay portion. So if we decide to fill, come on over to silage. And again, you can make silage from grass or corn. You can chop corn, put it in a bunker, and compact it, or putting it in a fermenting silo will do that. You can do the same thing with grass. You can either cut it and bale it and wrap it and let it ferment, or you can put it in a fermenting silo. Either way. So and then hay goes in this last bin here. Okay, so we have all three of those topped off. There is one additional thing that you don't have to do, but it does help with the productivity, and that is mineral feed. So on the of your um, building here, you can add in mineral feed, and this will just help add to the effectiveness of the animals. Cows are the only ones that use mineral feed. All right, so we got all that topped off. And now, if I go forward and let's see here, we'll speed things up a little bit, maybe. We will actually see our, well, I thought we, hold on here. Hmm, I thought we would see our robot in action. It could be. Hold on a second. I wonder if this terrain is um too hectic for the robot. It might be. Um, Interesting. Okay, so I guess that is one note to keep when you are placing your cow barn with the robot. Make sure that you completely level out the area you're placing it, because the robot does have to come up and climb up this ramp and go in here. And let's see here. I'm actually going to, we're going to try and do this the right way here. So if we sell all these animals, I'm going to just try and um, get it so you guys can actually see the robot and what happens. So let me sell this, and then I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to level just a giant area. Oh, what am I doing? There we go. I was all like, what in the world? So we're just gonna level this whole area over here. So hopefully we will be able to see our robot in action. All right, I think that's probably about big enough. I just want to make sure that this will work. Okay, so then if we go back into our cows, come down. I hope I gotta get my guy out of the way here. If we just place that right in the middle. Interesting. The fence is still down. I don't know what that is about, because it's plenty level around here now. Unless you have to open the garage doors, which I think they open automatically. But okay, let's go ahead and try to fill up the silos and stuff again and see what happens. All right, so adding our mineral feed, and then we'll come around and we'll add our silage. And if I can get the right button here. Add silage. And you can make total mixed ration in a mixer wagon. You don't have to do it with the robot if you don't want to mess with the, because obviously this pen is very, very expensive. So you don't have to do it this way. You can make your own total mixed ration. You can add mineral feed to your total mixed ration. You don't have to do it this way, but this is one of the easier ways to do it. It's just also one of the more expensive ways to do it. And then straw. Get this one filled up. And then we'll come around, come down here, and fill up the straw. Okay. And then if we come out here and if we buy our animals, and we'll just do, okay. That's interesting. So everything's filled. If we get the tractor out of here, because this is where the robot will come. Okay. So now if I go ahead and fast forward time again here, we'll see what happens. See if it actually feeds this time. And it should feed every hour on the hour. So we will take a look. It's still not. That's so weird. I don't know. Something's going on. I don't know if I just don't have it placed properly, um, or what exactly is happening. But yeah. Anyway, the robot comes in here. It drops the total mix ration, and then that's it. That's all you need. So um, yeah, not sure what's going on with that, but anyway, we'll move on. We'll talk about what cows and buffalo produce. They both produce milk. One's just regular milk from the cows, and then you have buffalo's milk as well. Both of those items can go to the dairy. You can use milk to make a variety of different things. Buffalo milk, you can make a few different things. If you come in here and go to your pricing, um, you can make buffalo mozzarella. You can sell straight buffalo's milk, or you can just take it to the dairy and have it bottled and sell it that way. All three, as you can see, buffalo mozzarella is got a pretty hefty price tag on it, so it's definitely worth doing. Buffalo milk in general is expensive, so it's not bad idea to have some buffalo around. Um, this is where you would pick up the milk. You can come and pick it up in a milk tanker or any tanker that will hold milk. You can pick it up there, deliver it to the dairy. Um, the other things that um, buffalo and cows generate is manure and slurry. So kind of like I showed with the pigs, you do have to come down here and go to your silo extensions and input your slurry tank. And as long as you just have to keep it somewhat close to your barn, and the same thing with the manure heap. You can place that right there, and then as time goes on, you make sure that there's straw inside the barn that they will actually use, and then that is what turns into your slurry and your solid manure that you can either take to the BGA and turn it into digestate and use as fertilizer, or you can just use it straight out of the slurry tank and bins to get your fertilizer that way if you want to spread it that way. To load out of the slurry tank on this barn, you come right over here. This is where you load out. Does not matter where your slurry tank is placed. And then your manure heap, this is your load out point right here. You just pull up to it with your trailer, and then you can load straight out of this point right here. Like I said, you don't need a loader or anything um, to do it. And yeah, I think that's going to cover it for cows. I apologize for not being able to show you the feeding robot. It's one of the cooler aspects of the game, is to have the feeding robot going. But yeah, you guys get the gist. To make total mixed ration, you have your silage, your hay, and your straw, and then you have the option to add mineral feed. Which, if you have the feeding robot, it automatically does that as well, and then it feeds it automatically for you. And yeah, it's a really cool thing to see, but you guys will get to see it once you guys install it yourselves. So, as always, I appreciate you guys stopping by. If you haven't already, smash that like button, follow, subscribe. As always, I appreciate every single one of you, and follow me on Twitch and TikTok for live streams. And until then, keep climbing the mountain.